You probably heard someone play the piano and thought,
Damn, how do you even make melodies like that?
it sounds impossible, right? But what if I told you can make a complex melody like that even if you don't know music theory at all?
Yeah, of course it's impossible to actually play piano without a practice.
What did you expect from that? But don't worry. So today I'm gonna show you how to make a complex harmony without a theory, of course, and using a piano roll canvas like this. I'm using FL Studio 25 by the way. Alright, let's get into it. The first thing you need to know is always start with the chord progression. Guys, chord progression is like the road that guides where your melody gonna go. You can start with the melody first, but only if you have a super sharp ears. There are two ways to make your chords. The first one, just humming is something simple. Don't need to be complex, maybe just the 4 notes like this. You can hum like this. Like that. Then add the second note. Pick anything that sounds right. If it sounds weird, that means it's not a chord. But this one sounds perfect for me. Repeat till you got a chord progression like this. I forgot using. Alright, let's go. So there's no way I could do that, right? But honestly, there's an easy way I recommend to use it. FL Studio has a generate chord progression like this. Key you wanna work in. Here I'm using a B minor. Click generate. Keep clicking until you find something you like. And boom, that's it. Super easy and the result it sounds very good. Before we move on, if you like a beautiful harmony and music, make sure to hit subscribe and like this video. It seriously helps algorithm to find my channel.
It's so hard to grow on a new channel, man.
Okay, now let's move on to make a melody. This part is kinda easy, but it's kinda tricky. It gets super easy if you like listening to music. Just by the chord progression you made earlier and how many things that pops into your head, anything like this. Some people might find this harder, but trust me, making the melody like this helps you create something direct from your heart. This is optional, but I recommend making the melody 1 octave higher than your chords. Next, we're gonna add some variation to the chord progression. As a music creator, you don't want your chord sounds boring, so we need a little variation here. You can turn your chord into a arpeggio like this. Or something like you're playing your guitar. Or maybe something like this. Get as creative as you want. Just remember, don't change the actual notes of the chord or it will sound weird. Only change the position horizontally. After that, add some melody variation on top of the modified chords. Like, if this part sounds empty, add 2 quicks notes like this. Or here, just make it blend nicely. Don't overdo it or it will get messy. And place them at the right timing, end of the chord, middle of the chord, wherever it fits. Just be creative. Now we go to the final part of the harmony, the second melody. In orchestra, it's called the counter melody. Why do I put this part in the last? Well, this is just me, not everyone. Usually, if I make a counter melody right after the main melody, it becomes hard to add some small variation to the chord progression, and often the counter melody ideas only come to me after I hear the full melody or chord progression. Making it to the same as your main melody, but make sure it's a little bit different, like this. The function of the counter melody is to fill the empty space between the melody and the chord progression. And once your counter melody is done, congratulations, you made it for harmony without music theory. Use your ears and your instincts. Now let's listen to the result. Very beautiful, right? There are 4 main steps to making harmony without theory in this video. Number 1 is make the chord progression. Number 2 is make the melody. The third is add variation to the chords and then make them counter melody. This method always works for me and I use it all over my show when I make a beautiful harmony. have a motorbike in front of my house. Now it's your turn. Try it out and listen to what you create. If you have any question, just drop in the comments. Stay creative and I will see you in the next video.